How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video, I'm going to be facing the 99 overall Signature Series Clayton Kershaw for the first time in MLB The Show 21. But before we get into that, we did get a couple of updates to content in MLB The Show 21, so let's go ahead and get right into it. The first thing we're going to talk about is the player program featuring a Milestone Series flashback. We also have the 8th inning showdown that should lower some of those 8th inning boss prices. We also have a postseason event coming out over the next couple of days. For the player program, we have a 31-game hitting streak Whit Merrifield card. And honestly, I did not think about Whit Merrifield getting a milestone player. This card is more of a contact hitter, but he does have decent speed. He has decent defense. He is a utility player. But I'm not really looking to unlock this card. I know it gives you XP towards the 8th inning program. I've just been limited on time with playing this game. I know I haven't uploaded a YouTube video over the last 2 days, which I apologize for. I've just been extremely busy, super overwhelmed with a lot of stuff going on at work. But I am waiting for Willie Mays to drop in price because I am looking to pick this card up. I don't care if it costs me $500,000 stubs. I'll probably spend that. We also got Kike Hernandez, who got upgraded. He was already at a 99 overall, but they've increased his attributes. And this card is that much better. He does have the active live series quirk of pinch hitter, which would essentially make this card pretty much maxed out. 125 against both sides, essentially. But we're going to go ahead and hop into a game of ranked seasons. This Clayton Kershaw is the exclusive collection reward. I've faced Clayton Kershaw before, but especially not the Parallel 2 version. And this is the first time facing the Signature Series Kershaw in MLB The Show 21. So I wanted to clarify that. I have faced plenty of Clayton Kershaw cards, and he's always pretty good. If we take a look at this swing in slow motion, I know the PCI was not on the ball entirely, but the barrel of the bat seemed to make better contact with the ball than the PCI did, which is kind of interesting. We'll take a look at a couple of slow motion examples here in this video, but we take an early 1-0 lead, and that's important. Not only is it important to go up 1-0, but we also hit that 12-6 curveball out for a home run. So his confidence on that pitch is much lower, and that is almost Clayton Kershaw's X factor. That's kind of his wild card pitch. If you're able to get the confidence up on the 12-6 curveball, it can be extremely effective, especially after this patch, where if you throw it low enough in the zone, you're not going to get hit hard, but also the opponent can extend the PCI lower than the strike zone and end up grounding out, end up hitting a bunch of choppers, maybe roll over into a couple double plays. But we are in a little bit of a jam here. This opponent was able to go deep with Hank Aaron. He does have guys on second and first. We were able to get out of the inning with an up and away fastball. Keep an eye on that pitch. I am probably going to go to that location a couple more times. It just depends, right? That is a pitch that's kind of hit or miss. But take a look at this swing. We got a just late feedback, but I don't really know how else I can hit this ball while keeping it fair. We have to kind of swing a little bit late. We swung late and still pulled the ball, which is interesting. But if we take a look at that slow motion swing, if you rewind and take another look at it, you can see that the barrel of the bat was on the baseball with almost perfect timing. The only reason it said just late, I think, was because it was on the inside half. And if I swing with good timing, it's probably a foul ball. So those are just types of things that I'm kind of analyzing post-patch. I've only played a handful of games, especially on the harder difficulties. But here with the 3-2 count, runners on first and second, we're going with a hit and run. Obviously, we're sending the runners, 3-2 count, base hit, ball 4 situation. We're able to score Hank Aaron from first base. And now we have a 4-1 lead. We've scored 4 runs off of Clayton Kershaw through 4 innings. And that's exactly where I'm looking to be. I would, of course, like to have more runs. I would have liked to capitalize on a couple more opportunities with runners in scoring position, maybe clutching up, getting a big 2-out base hit. We just got one in the last inning, but I think I left a few runs off the board. But the way I've been hitting, I will certainly take a 4-1, now 4-2 lead. We brought in Aroldis Chapman pretty early in this game, pitching with Ohtani against a good player with the World Series banner and 12-0 flawless reward. I don't really want to leave Ohtani in for too long. But first pitch I brought in Aroldis Chapman, he gives up a homer. Then we have Lou Gehrig coming up. In the most recent video, I did use this Lou Gehrig in his very first game, so that was his debut. I didn't necessarily talk about his debut in that video, but he was able to go 1 for 2 with a double. And in this game, He ends up with a base hit on an early swing earlier in the game, then a perfect, which could have gave him another RBI, but Francisco Lindor robbed him of that base hit and RBI opportunity. But we have a 4-3 game here. This opponent has been chipping away at the deficit. We have Mickey Mantle coming up. I felt like this was a pretty good swing. Even though we're on the later side of good, I was a little bit on top of it, but I am starting to react to the baseball a little bit more. My timing is definitely more consistent. It's still not at the level it once was while playing in the prime of MLB The Show 21's game cycle, maybe 2.5 months ago, 3 months ago. That was really when I was playing at my best. Of course, we're playing against a lot of juiced cards on the pitching side of things and on the hitting side of things. It makes pitching tougher, and it makes hitting tougher as well. Kind of balances the game out a little bit in that sense. Lower scoring games, not as many runs scored in a short amount of innings. But here we have a 4-3 game in the top of the ninth with 2 outs already. And just by the way this game has gone, I don't feel comfortable with the 1-run lead. I never feel comfortable with a 1-run lead, but especially against this opponent. So this at-bat right here with Honus Wagner is extremely crucial. I need to try and capitalize, rip a ball into the gap, maybe hit one over the fence for a 2-run shot, and he goes with back-to-back fastballs. He went with the fastball up and away. I was ready for it. He had the slide step. He threw my timing off a little bit. He goes back to that sinker, up and inside, and we finally time one up. He's gone to that pitch a few times in this game. We time it up, we hit it out for a homer, maybe on the later side of good, but I thought that was a pretty good swing. We're able to pull the ball, start the bottom of the ninth with a strikeout. I really didn't know where to throw that changeup. I felt like if I threw it low, anywhere low in the zone, low and away, low and in, he's going deep. And we want to try to get the first out. Obviously, the first out in the bottom of the ninth is the most important. We're able to get the confidence up on our pitcher a little bit. I did bring in Jacob deGrom out of the bullpen. I want to take this World Series run one game at a time, and I really haven't been playing my best MLB The Show as of lately. So I'm trying to go to a guy that I feel confident, who can close it out, and he gives up a home run there. Kyle Schwarber goes deep. One too many fastballs, low and in. That's all right. We have a 3-run lead. That's why that Honus Wagner home run was so important. We're able to extend the lead in the top of the ninth, put the pressure on the opponent to not only score as many runs as I just scored, but also the 1 run that was the deficit beforehand. But anyway, we win the game 6-4. That 2-run shot from Honus Wagner gave him the player of the game. He was 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs, a double and a home run. We move up to 848 rating. That was the first time I faced Clayton Kershaw, and I felt like I hit him all right. For the first time facing him, he is pretty deceptive. His slider was giving me the most trouble. But other than that, it was pretty much the slider-sinker combination, and I was able to hit some of the other pitches. But that's going to do it for this video. I'm College Lefty. Hopefully you enjoyed. Peace out.